Hey guys, I figured since I was kind of in the same loop of friends as Kirk Franklin, being that I was working with Montreal Darrett from Commissioned and Mikey from Commissioned for a lot of years, these guys all grew up in the same circles, so these are Illuminati hand signs. I recognize these because I've been studying to make sure that I study to show yourself approved. Well, we have to be as wise as the serpent. That would be these guys, and as gentle as a dove. So, these are Freemason hand signs that Kirk Franklin is using. So, this is an interview from Sway. Hold on, let me do. Actually, yeah. Quarter speed. After this clip, it's the next one. Watch the handshake. Watch where Kirk Franklin's thumb is on the knuckles of the guy that he's interviewing with. Not Sway's video. Watch the next one.
Recently came to my attention that there was a very strange, consistent pattern.
Notice it? Thumb on the knuckles. That's a Freemason hand sign. And that's Kirk Franklin doing the Freemason handshake. Me being the former manager of the R&B group Parlay, and I guess I was straddling the fence between the secular and the Christian. I didn't think these guys were bad because they weren't cussing, they weren't promoting anything that was overly bad, but if you look at the double R inside their logo, it very clearly looks like fangs, correct? The name of the record label is Rough Riders. Hold on. If you look up Rough Riders and Freemasonry, it's all over the place. It's not spelled the same. See how that one's even rough spelled correctly, and then rider with the R-Y. Rough Riders. Hold on. Remember I told you that anytime we're dealing with R&B or hip-hop stuff, we have to use the Urban Dictionary. So this one is Rough Rider, sexual, a person who excels in sex, a good lay, a ride, a sex god. Oh man, Jody is a rough rider. I should blank, blank, blank. This is for the Lodge from Atlanta, Georgia. The Rough Rider. It's a Freemason term. Has to do with the goat. Because Rough Riders are the men who ride goats. This is the riding the goat. So I had to have a wake-up call. The guys I was working with, thinking that they were good guys, were Rough Riders.
He's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover.
I'm gonna grab a snippet off of Sean's video where Kirk Franklin defends himself but fails. This is where he says the lion and the lamb shall bow down to the goat.
Hey everybody, Sean here, and I hope you're doing well. Yesterday we saw this video by Kirk Franklin.
The lion and the lamb will bow down to the goat.
I was shocked to see so many comments defending him, saying, I think he was saying goat, as in greatest of all time. This is a common phrase in America, and Kirk responds to the many complaints on this statement by saying, in hip-hop, who is the greatest has always been a discussion. And guess what? Based on the lyrics we hear in many hip-hop songs, Jesus isn't the one they consider being the greatest.
So, that's just the example of Kirk Franklin saying the lion and the lamb will bow down to the goat. We already have Kirk Franklin doing Freemason hand signs, Freemason handshake, and telling you that Yeshua HaMashiach is going to bow down to Satan. Do you understand that? The goat, as in Baphomet. When we see other so-called Christians that are using goat symbology, like Brian Johnson, who owns a religious, tax-exempt religious group that is the nonprofit is at his physical house, and the nonprofit is called Goat Lord Farms. You have to understand these people worship the devil.